Happy Thursday, and welcome back to the You Good Podcast, the podcast where oversharing is encouraged and the thoughts get real. I am your host, C-Rod, and this week we are talking about burnout, boredom, identity, purpose, and how a phrase that started as a party joke somehow became a philosophy and the tagline to this podcast. We're unpacking how we cope, how we find ourselves again, and why sometimes not taking things too seriously is the only thing holding you together. Welcome to episode 21, Live Fast, Eat Ass, Explained. Let's get into it.
No, I don't wanna live where I always feel broken. I just wanna live with a heart wide open. I don't ever wanna feel fear anymore. No.
It's cold out, dude. Did you wake up this morning to 38 degree weather?
It's fucking colder, bro. Like I was up at like 4:30 and I'm like, this is terrible. I didn't have the heat on in my house, so I think it was sub 64. Like it was like I woke up and I'm like, I am freezing. So I turned on the heat to 68.
I had my windows open. I didn't realize it was
Oh
gonna get that
God.
cold last night.
That's how you get sick, dude. Like that.
Oh,
that's
dude.
how.
Yeah, it could be why my nose is running. I woke up, it was freezing. And I'm not just talking like being Florida soft freezing. It was like 35 degrees outside, and my windows were open.
felt like 14.
Especially for
No, I'm
the
serious.
Floridians.
If you looked at the feels like weather, it was like 14, 16. It was fucking cold, dude. Like,
It was windy. It was windy is what it was.
I had gloves on in Florida, and I don't ever like have gloves on in Florida. I did take them off before I got out of the car though, because I didn't want everybody to think I was a bitch at work. That the guys that work outside. I was like, nah, I'm not wearing gloves. The guys outside aren't wearing gloves. I'm gonna pop these off and go right to my warm office.
My car has a heated steering wheel. It's fantastic.
That's funny.
It's fantastic. Did you catch the Orlando Magic game against the Hawks?
The buzzer beater?
Hawks?
Buzzer beater game?
Trailblazers.
It was Portland.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was Portland Monday.
Desmond Bain
yeah.
coming to life.
Yeah, dude. Well, he was coming to life. I think it was, I hate to say it, man. I've loved Coach Mosley, but I don't know if he's the right guy to get us over that hump.
We say that about every coach, though. Like every 4 years, we say the same thing about the coach.
It's not about 40. It's just different. Why does everybody who shoots 40% from three come here and fucking forget? And it's
I don't know, but even before Mosley, that happened. So,
well, it didn't with Stan Van, so it's like we got to figure that out. And I'm not I'm not saying let's fire Mosley.
that was like 20 years ago.
No shit, we haven't had a fucking viable coaching option since then. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Mosley. I don't want to move on from him. I think this is his last season if he doesn't do anything with what he's got. And it's not that he couldn't, it's we don't have the time to figure this out. Like you don't have OJT to fucking figure this out, Mosley. Like and so is it just bringing in a more offensive minded bench coaches? Yeah, like I don't know the answer. I'm not a GM, you know what I mean? Like, but we can't neuter these guys when they come into our team. Like, we got to let Bain be the 30 point guy he can be. Like, he needs to be scoring between 20 and 30, distributing the ball to Paulo and Franz. Paulo needs to fucking grow a sack. I don't know what's happening. Like, where's that dog, dude? Like, where did he go? You can get to the basket every time. What are we doing here? Like he
did that drive the other night,
dude,
taking it to the rim.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we doing that? You could go ISO. Like, everybody likes standing around. Let everybody stand around with Paulo fucking dribbling. Because at this
Yeah,
point,
but
like,
what you have to remember is they're still getting adjusted to Bane being there. Like Bane takes away shots, Bane takes away points from everybody. Like everything is changing with him in the offense because like he commands the ball, but so does Franz and so does Paolo, and they have to figure it out. And we're only what 10 games in.
yeah, but if we're playing, hero ball, like if you look, we don't move the ball. Like, and when we do, we win. So, like when we're playing ISO hero ball, let Paulo be that guy. We don't need
Yeah.
AB. We don't need like go big at that point. Let fucking Paulo be the point, and find Franz or Bane in the corner. But I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not sitting here complaining. I thought we were going to be a lot better, but I would prefer to be better later in the season than the beginning. We've done that plenty of times where we've won the first 5 games and lose 15 in a row. So I'm okay with not having it all figured out right now. I don't want to, like, the fans or anyone to start coming to blow it up.
Bro, people are already making articles about the Bane experiment being over with or whatever. I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
No,
like, that's crazy.
We gave KCP a whole year. You can't
KCP
talk about Bane, dude. KCP. Oh my god, my buddy was so in love with KCP, and I'm like, this is terrible. I'm like, this is terrible.
I never liked it from the beginning.
And then I'm like, but I'm the opposite with Bane. Like I loved it, and everybody's like, that kid behind us. It was a perfect example of our fans. 4 unprotected first rounds the whole first half, and then he was the loudest Bane cheerer the whole second half when Bane finally started. I think it was just just getting, like you said, getting comfortable, getting used to everything. I mean, you got Ja Morant getting you the ball, it's easy to get 30, so I get it. But I also think that he needs to be the guy from Memphis more than fitting to a box here. Like, we need you to be that guy. I don't need another KCP. I don't.
Well, I compare it to the Aaron Gordon experiment. Is Aaron Gordon couldn't be the number one guy, and then he goes to Denver and he's an all-star because he doesn't need to be the number one guy. He's the defender and the passer, but then he's also the guy that can put up 10 rebounds and 20, 30 points when he, if he needs to, but he doesn't have to do it every night like he had to in Orlando.
Yeah, I don't think he turns that corner without joking. I don't. Seeing, like, because that guy, I'm sure it's one way, like on camera and all that, but behind closed doors, you're not one of the greatest players in the world without something other than talent. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's very nonchalant and like, I love my horses and all that. Like, it doesn't look like he cares about the game at all, but he has to. Like, he's made everyone that's been in Denver better. So,
yep.
I don't think it's way too early. You got to give Bane at least a full year before you say anything. But I mean, we gave up more than Luka. Like, so
I was shocked by the sticker price, but at the same time, like, if you think about it, our first round picks are usually shit. They're usually middle of the pack, outside of the game changers.
Especially the ones we traded. Like, I'm okay. Like, we should be top of the league as long as we don't blow everything up. We don't get rid of our GM. We don't get like, I'm okay with if we need to make a coaching change at the end of the season, purely because if he can't get us over that hump, you know what I mean? Like, if we're first round of the playoffs and out, I mean, we can't stay there. You know what I mean? Like, that's our fandom purgatory. First round exits.
So it was good timing on our part because The Magic ended up losing to the Celtics in a close one the second night, but a few nights ago, me, you, and Preston, all the pod boys were together out in Orlando watching Orlando Magic versus Boston Celtics, and that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, the cup game, the one that mattered, right? Of the two,
we won the one that mattered,
right? But I mean, we're playing close games with a lot of people right now that I thought we'd be blowing out. Not necessarily Boston, because Boston plays us tough always, but they really don't have. I mean, I don't want to say that because they did beat us, but their second unit's not great. I mean,
yeah.
It's on the back of Simmons, right? If Simmons doesn't do well, that second unit doesn't do well. So Cade Cunningham, what, 38 misses the other night?
38 misses?
Yeah, he broke Kobe's record last night for the most misses in a game. He had 45 points. I think he was 14 of 49.
Is he still on Detroit?
Yeah. Yeah, 14 of 49, I want to say, was his fucking final stat. And I'm like, could you imagine what Paulo would do with 49 shots? It's fucking.
Could you imagine if he would have made 49 shots?
No, we'd be talking about him next to Kobe.
Yeah,
and Will
I mean, you're talking about 100 plus points on that if he's making.
He only made 14 of them. That's what's crazy. You shot the ball 50 fucking times and made it 14.
Yeah. Well, switching from basketball to football, I want to talk about something because you have now become third, 3-time highest weekly scorer in our fantasy football league, and I want to talk about something that we've implemented this season, which is pretty dope. Saw it from an Instagram post. It's when the lowest score of that week, they have to go and make a $10 parlay bet where every manager of the league chooses a leg. And it's been a lot of fun. Even though we haven't hit, we've been doing it, I think, for about 6 weeks now, maybe 7 weeks. I tend to be the lowest scorer, so I've had to pay.
I think we only missed the first week.
No, we missed at least the first 2. I think we started in week 3.
Yeah.
But I have had to do the most bets because I am frequently the lowest scorer because I already sold my team for the season, packed it in. But it I don't want to say it changes the chemistry of the league, but I feel like we talk about the parlays and the bets now more than we do the fantasy at play. And even on Sundays, we're all cheering and rooting for the bets and the legs. How do you feel about this implementation?
It's calmed Badger down.
And there have not been any arguments and yelling at each other. We've all been on the same point.
It's calmed Badger down a lot. It's calmed the pictures, all of the hate, all of that has curbed a lot. It's still there, but it's nowhere near what it has been. And if anything, we're feeling bad for you. If anything, everybody's feeling bad because, dude, it's not like you're just losing. It's spectacular fast. You weren't the lowest scorer this week, thank God. But I texted you Sunday. I'm like, I'm sorry, and you're like, what for? What? I was like, this ass whooping that you're about to get. I had Jonathan Taylor at 9:30. You were screwed. You were done at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, but if anything, I'll take the pictures of me and Chusett and the ones that we're seeing now over the pictures that he was sending before. So that's always a positive.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's tamed. It's a lot calmer. It's fun again. It's sometimes it can get a lot, especially baseball. Baseball seasons are tough sometimes. Because it's so long, we can get it on each other's nerves and stuff. That's the only time I ever I think I threatened to fight him was during baseball season.
It's too long because the trades start going crazy and people are they start to get desperate trying to make a trade and you're like, all right, leave me alone. I don't want to talk trades anymore.
Dude, that trade with me and him to get Henry, Amekba, or Ibuka and Williams, dude, he kept hitting me, like telling me what Craig was gonna give him, and I'm like, I'll give you what Craig will give you. Like, this, like it's okay. I was like, you're dead set on this, fine. And then he was hung up on like the picks I get back. I'm like, bro, I'm not picking for 40 picks next season. I was like, I need a little. I was like, I can't take the last 2 rounds, dude. Like, but that was the argument. He's like, I got all the balls that are in my court. I was like, you're not fucking wrong. I was like, I was like, I didn't want Craig to get Henry at all.
Well, if you're listening and you're in a fantasy football league, I highly suggest implementing something like this. It's only $10 a week. The lowest loser pays it. It creates a lot of camaraderie to the league, and hopefully one day we'll hit a $7,000 jackpot or something.
Yeah, it'd be super sweet to just get $700 randomly from a bet that I didn't. I made one leg of.
Yeah.
Are we gonna implement the end of the season punishment? Is that happening too, or is it?
I don't know. That's not a conversation for here. That's a.
You phoned it in from draft night, so
yeah.
I was like, you're gonna get locked in a cage outside of a Waffle House like this.
I saw Dugas text about it, but we'll cover that. We'll get there. Anyways, let's get into the rotational opener this week, which is coming back to one of your favorites. I know that you've been waiting for these to come back around, but this week for the mental health rotational opener, we're going to go with Song on Repeat. Bring back the oldie. What song this week has had you, in a better mood, has had meaning, or overall it has just been on your radio nonstop?
Well, it's been an artist nonstop for probably like the last month and a half. Olivia Dean has me in a chokehold. The Man I Need got me just hooked, and I went down a rabbit hole. So we're gonna go with A Couple Minutes by Olivia Dean.
The Man I Need was from Hugo, Kristen Hugo's episode. Where
that was her song, and I lost at that episode. I was like, yeah, no, that dope, and I just but since probably about a week or two before that, like I've been just listening to her, not nonstop, but I mean, I think I just pulled up Spotify, like the Discover Weekly, and 3 of her songs were in there. So
what is it about her that captivates you?
It's not just necessarily. It's just the vibes, man. It's got the jazzy feel, but like upbeat. Like I don't know. It's just the whole vibe I'm here for.
I love that. You're not gonna like mine.
I very rarely like yours. I mean, to be fair, they're so mainstream that I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, well, mine's super mainstream. It's Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh god.
Manchild.
Dude, I didn't listen to Sabrina Carpenter at all. Like my daughter obviously was listening to it, and then I started listening to the lyrics, and I'm just like, what in the world is happening?
Okay, so the previous two albums, so it has progressively gotten worse as she's gotten older. So the first album was normal kids album, not kid, but normal, I don't know, 16, 17, 18-year-old album that people could listen to, not a lot of sexual innuendos. Then the second album came out and it started to twist a little bit more, but this new album is Kinsley's not allowed to listen to this album. The one before, she was allowed to listen to minus a few songs, but she's not allowed to listen to this new album.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I think I heard a song off this new album. I'm just like, what?
Like, no, there's a song called Tears, and it's just talking about like her getting
railed,
wet, and it's not her getting wet between her thighs. It's not like eye tears.
No, I feel you. Well, tears. I immediately thought she was just getting railed and choked. So.
So anyways, she just hosted on Saturday Night Live. She's entertaining to me.
Yeah, no, I'm good with it. It's just one of those things. I'm like, I would not be comfortable with my little girl singing half of the lyrics that come out of her mouth, and I'm just like, okay.
And Kinsley's like, oh, can we go to a Sabrina Carpenter concert? I'm like, absolutely not. Nope. Sorry. Maybe in 10 years when
you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want when you're an adult. But no, not happy with your pick, but it is what it is. It's your pick, so.
So we're gonna get into, I guess, the emotional difference between being drained, right, versus being unstimulated as kind of the first segment, because sometimes, and this is just something that I was thinking through, and also this is one of the listener poll segments, but sometimes you're not exhausted, you're just unfulfilled, and in a lot of previous episodes we've brought up the notion of finding your purpose, right? And when we talk about burnout versus boredom, I think tied into that somewhere is the notion of, what is my purpose? Why, I don't want to be stuck here being burnt out, or am I bored with what I'm doing, and how do I find something new or creative to do? Like, have you experienced the burnout versus boredom conundrum over the last few years?
All the time. But I never associated like boredom or being tired with burnout, like essentially, like not obviously tired with burnout, but like the boredom or not being fulfilled with burnout is interesting, because I was like, that's more likely what it is. It's not necessarily being fulfilled. It's I'm burned out on what I'm doing, and it's making me feel unfulfilled because all I do is work, or all I do is this. So like, it's hard to not be like, this is all I am. And then that's when I go down the rabbit hole. It's like, well, what is my purpose? Like, outside of a father or a boyfriend or a husband or whatever, like outside of those things that are part of me, what is my purpose, And I struggle with that a lot, man. All the time.
Well, let me ask you a question, because it happens to me, and we'll get into that as well. Hopefully I can stop sneezing long enough to talk about it. But and I asked this question to anybody listening, are you more scared of being too busy, right? Or having nothing that excites you, and that's where the purpose comes in, and it's nothing to look forward to?
No, my girlfriend tells me all the time how busy I am, because I don't feel fulfilled. So I'm constantly just trying to, either whether it be hobbies or reading or whatever, just trying to not fill a void, because it's not a void. It's just like, it's not boredom. I'm too busy to be bored. But when I get in those ruts and all of that, it's definitely burnout. It's because it's not. I have too much going on to be bored, right? Like, but on a Saturday or a Sunday when I don't got nothing, when it's raining and I don't want to do anything, I might then be like, okay, I'm a little bored today, but
But I think it's boredom in the sense that you feel fulfilled, right? Boredom as a signal that you're kind of ready for that next chapter, because you can be busy, right, with everything. You can be busy with work and busy with kids and busy with significant others. But even when you have that downtime and maybe you're not bored, maybe you still feel like you're missing a piece of something. And that's the part that's like the virtue signal of, maybe I want to start reading, or maybe I want to go to the gym and take care of myself, or maybe, hey, I want to start a mental health podcast or a side hustle, go play softball or baseball or something. And there's just a piece of you that's missing something. Like for me, it happened recently with baseball, where I had just been missing it so much. And I don't think it was necessarily like boredom in the sense that, oh, it's Saturday, I have nothing to do, I'm bored, let me play video games or go swimming or something. But it's like, I need a fire, I need something to wake up to, on Sunday mornings, to go play and do and be more active, because I'm getting dormant, and all I think about is, man, I know that I can still play baseball, I'm missing it, how do I get out there and do it? That's what I mean by like boredom. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, but I don't I don't think that's the word, right? It's not boredom. I think it's just unfulfillment, burnout, all of those things. I don't think it's necessarily boredom.
Okay.
Because it's impossibly bored when you're doing, when you're busy and when you're doing shit. Like it might not be the shit you want to be doing, but you're not bored. You know what I mean? It's a different word. You're doing shit. But for sure, dude, I f- I felt that way a lot throughout the years, but now that I've been in therapy and doing those things, it's like when I feel that way, I start asking why. Like why am I feeling like I'm not fulfilled? And you tend to get the answers a lot quicker. Uh
Yeah.
and so I don't go down, rabbit holes or uh things like that. It's more so like I get back to me, right? It's a once I start feeling that way, I'm like, okay, I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not doing what I need to be doing to not feel this way, because I feel this way when I'm not doing the things that I do to make myself feel better. The things like going to the gym or my woodworking or my knife making or any of that. Like I have all these hobbies because of those things. Yeah, I don't like feeling like I don't have a purpose. So like I'll go out and spend 4 hours out working on wood or whatever, and like that gets me centered again. And but bored is not. I'm not
That's
bored.
fair.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. But hobbies, because hobbies are also a sense of rebalancing your identity. Like for me, I'm in sales. I've been in sales pretty much my entire life, and not by choice, just because it fell onto me after I got, fired from my mom's restaurant after college. And when I moved to Tampa, it's just what I got into and what I fell into. And I feel like when you talk to people who have been in sales, that's just always the story. It's like, oh, it just happened. And for me, it's true because, I got laid off twice last year. And even the notion of like, hey, this might be a good time in my life to look for a new career or look for a new industry or look for something that's more fulfilling. It's also the double-edged sword of like, I wouldn't be able to start something and have the financial backing, to provide for my family. It would be like a 60% decrease of my current salary if I were to do something like that. And it's a double-edged sword of like, hey, you're kind of stuck here. Make the best of it.
Oh, I don't like that mentality. You're stuck there. But I get it. Leaving sales is tough. Leaving sales is tough because of the amount of money that is on the table. I mean,
I'm not even talking about closed business. I'm talking about, you know, my 6-figure base salary that I get. I wouldn't be able to go, start a new career somewhere else and be anywhere close to that to provide for my family. It's not even the commission that comes with it.
but yeah. No, that's what I was saying. Like sales is tough to leave because of that. Like that's what I was getting at. Like it's but I mean, yeah, work 3 jobs, I
It's
guess.
also hard. It's absolutely not. I'm not going to work 3 jobs with 3 kids. It sucks because we're, a one income household, and I always think like, hey, if we were a 2 income household, then maybe I could, find something that's a little bit more fulfilling for myself. But like I said, I think that's where the hobbies come into play, because it doesn't have to be a professional thing. But I think that's where this podcast comes into play. I think that's where, playing baseball has come into play, and finding those little things that keep me stimulated enough to be like,
Mhm.
all right, I can still go back to my job and know that like that's just a job for me, and I have so many other things in my life that I need to focus on, even though they're not monetary.
I have like the opposite problem. Like I love what I do. I'm very fulfilled with my work and I get
Yeah,
lost in
and
it.
that's awesome.
So I get lost like this is I'll go 6 months, I'm like this is all I am. All I am is work. And then it's like then it's like okay, well why? Well, because I've just just do it. Like I have this side project I've been doing, and even with that, like I'm tired, burned out, and I'm like it's not sustainable working 14, 16-hour days, and it's just not. I love doing it, but I get burnt out, and then once I get burnt out, it's like, whoa, okay, I haven't been to the gym this week, or just start. I micro just like why, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then I start getting back in and getting back into the routine, and then I'm good again. But it's when I start slacking on what I need to do for me to be the best version of me is when everything goes to shit. But
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. If I wasn't fulfilled with my job, I don't know, man. Like, because like when I talk, I mean, I'm very passionate about what I do, and what and talk. I could talk about it for hours, and so I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know,
What's the
like
longest? Are you with your companies for a long time
yeah, I
doing the
mean,
same
I've
thing?
only worked for two in
Yeah.
in in
See,
13 years, so
I've worked for probably 8 or 9 in 13 years, and the exhausting part is the reset.
yeah,
Uh, Getting laid off twice in 1 year. So I had been with the company for 3 years, which was my longest. I got laid off in January. I was with the company for 6 months. I got laid off again in September, and then I started with the company I'm at now in November. I'm actually in my 1 year anniversary, but we're talking about 3 companies in a span of a year and a half, and the reset is just so exhausting,
yeah.
especially with what I do and having to rebuild everything from the ground up every 6 months, and
That's
it's a shitty
stressful.
feeling. It's a shitty feeling, and like I despise sales sometimes, but at the end of the day, when you're with a good company or good leadership, like I like the traveling and I like the conversations that come with it, but it's just so volatile being in tech and sales and
Mm.
AI and machine learning.
It's cutthroat,
uh
very competitive.
yeah.
That whole space. So dude, I don't. I tell people all the time, like I can't. My sales, like you say no, I'm on to the next person. Like I don't sit here. Your objections, I'm okay with. Sounds great. Let's move on. And because what I like, you're either gonna want what I make or you won't. Like like there's no. You know, you might want it. You might see a use. You either want it or you don't. So my shit's binary, and I don't do well in any sales job I've ever had. I remember I worked for like a telecommunications company shortly before Sam was born. I haven't done anything but this since Sam's been alive. So uh like 2 years into Sam's being alive, I haven't done anything but machining. But before that, like I was just trying to find my way out of college. I was working for a telecommunications company, and I'll never forget. Like they came to me, like I killed it in the class, got out on the floor, and they weren't happy with my sales numbers, and I was like, I can't upsell some guy in West Virginia who's complaining about his service already. I'm like,
Yep.
I can't justify this. And so I'll never forget, the manager, she's like, if you can't get your numbers up, we're gonna have to let you go end of the week. I go, just let me go now. And I don't think they were prepared for that response. And I was just like, they looked at me. I'm like, yeah, just let me go now. Me and you both know that my numbers aren't going to get better by the end of the week. It's systematic. I don't agree with how you guys do things. So I mean, I'll give your money away, but I will not sell. Like, no, because so it was all commission based, not all, but the big earners it was all based off the commission bonus structure. So
Sure.
you have to get people to sign up, and people were signing people up for phone, internet, and satellite TV, and these guys were calling about a phone line, and now they have a $400 bill that they didn't want because they got upsold on a computer. And then they're trying to cancel, and you're like, well, unfortunately, you'll have to give the computer back, and you have an early termination. Like, it was so predatory that I'm just like, no, I'm good, not doing it. Like, you fire me, whatever. I'm not gonna sell my soul to the fucking devil for fucking money. So
I couldn't do any of that Wolf of Wall Street trick shit.
No, fuck no. Like anything like to get yourself over. Like I could never do, and I'm not saying all sales are like that, but like my sales experience, it was just commission based, and everybody stealing from one another to make their quota, and I'm like, this is insanity. Like, I just like, can't you just pay people living wages and like they don't have to be this way? So no,
That's the end
I
goal.
don't envy. I don't envy you at all. Because of the volatility and stuff. Yeah, I was with one company for 12 years, and I don't know if that's wise either. Because once I left, I was like, oh, oh, I was like, oh, people can actually treat you well. Like you can, like, is there growing up, the 20 like being in a company for 20 years, you get a gold watch, and like growing up, like that was what, I
been with this company for 36 years,
right,
and now I'm retiring.
I helped build this thing into what it is, that sort of thing. And I'm like, there's no, like, a lot of companies don't have loyalty to their employees like that anymore, like they did back 20, 30, 40 years ago,
when they didn't care as much about as IPO, and that's the problem. These companies care about their employees until they go public, and then they have a board, and then they have stockholders, to talk to, and like even CEOs are the first people to go, and so that's what I'm saying. Like 5 to 7 years, I think is a good time frame.
Yeah, but CEOs get golden parachutes, and like CEOs, they don't hurt like their workers hurt if they lose their fucking job. Like CEOs,
oh God, they get $12 million to go fuck off.
Oh, you go sit at home. Here's 12 million, and you signed a non-compete. So sit at home for 2 years, please. Thank you. Like, yeah.
So we go far off the track. We come back to the subject at hand, and my last question for the segment, reflected to anybody listening, but also pointed to you, Nick, is, what's, I know that you talked about the hobbies that you've picked up, the woodworking and the reading, but is there anything else, a small thing that you could start doing again just because it brings you joy? Is there anything else out there that might bring you just joy and not overall progress?
Yeah, no. Much like you, the baseball, the softball, I miss coaching. I didn't think I would miss that, but I miss like being around, like, and teaching kids the game. I miss that. I've been touring around with the idea of umping a lot. A lot.
You should talk to my dad.
No, I know. I got, between your dad, I'm sure your dad could get me on a crew over here, no problem. But I'm one of my frat brothers. He's going, he was doing college, and he's well on his way to umping in the major leagues.
Oh,
he's
nice.
Well on his way into doing that. But I don't even know if he wants to do that. I think he's content with college. He's like, if I could get ACC crew, I'm set. He's like, he's like, I'm good. So, but after talking with him, I'm like, man, like, and then doing the whole coaching thing, I'm like, that probably, I'm bored a lot on the weekends. So that bored, but that's when I do a lot of just randomness, is because I'm by myself a lot. As Sam gets older, she's busy, so I'm by myself. My girl lives in New York, so by myself a lot, right now. And so I'm constantly looking for things to not maybe fulfill, but to keep the boredom at bay. But I was talking, I think a few weeks ago, about the volunteering. just doing volunteer work and how that made me feel good. And I'm like, if I can incorporate that into something I enjoy, and then if I really don't give a fuck if I get paid. Like I that's how much I love the game. So like part of me is like I would love to volunteer, but if I'm doing 6 games on a Saturday, like I'm not volunteering. Like there's there's no way in the
No,
summer that I'm
right.
doing that. But I know I can be a better umpire than 90% of the people out there because of how I respect the game, like how much I care about that. And it's always like, well, the umps always tell you, well, why don't you get out here, or why don't you, like, coaching, well, why
you come out here and make the calls.
Okay, cool,
I
I
will.
and that's been my thing. It's like, no, I will, like, especially for this, because I care, like I want the generation to love the game, the next generation to love the game like I love the game. Like I don't want them to, oh, the umpire screwed me out of a championship, or like umpires they should be irrelevant if they're good, like the non impartial, non-biased, and just good, like cuz you care. And a lot of
I can't wait
rec
till
ball
Carter starts playing.
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. I just seeing him the other night, I'm like, Chris is gonna have so much fun. Like this,
I can't
I
wait.
like my buddy, my buddy Daryl, his son, T-ball. So I'll go and watch his T-ball games just again because I love the game. Like, so yeah, if my friends' kids are out, I'll definitely go support because I mean, T-ball's tough. T-ball's tough too because they just run around and
They
pick
hit the
their
ball and run
nose.
backwards.
Yeah, they
Yep.
hit the ball. But I will say, when he didn't get the ball, he would cry, and I'm like, all right, like
He wants the ball. I want the ball. Go get the ball.
Yeah, that's part of it. I'm like, okay, that's night. You got that, so go get it.
Have you tried football?
You're right. Yeah. No, he's tiny. He's gonna get wrecked in football.
Yeah. So speaking of identity, I want to talk about the phrase that has been with me over the last few years, the phrase that closes out the podcast, the phrase that I know people have come to you and be like, "Oh, why is that the sign off? Are you guys ever going to change that?" Because it's not. Let's break it down, right? Live fast and eat ass is what I'm referring to here. But what I want to break it down to is, it's not just about the sexual phrase of the sexual term.
It's not just about what you do in the bedroom. It's
yeah, that's not what the phrase is about. I know that becomes a conversation piece, but I guess the thought here for this tone, this segment is: have you ever worn or said something like just to put it out there and like see the reaction that you get from it? Like, have you ever worn a crazy t-shirt or said like a crazy thing when you were out at the bar to kind of get that attention? Have you done that?
I'm not very attention seeking for the most part. Like I'll do like crazy hair and things like that, but that's not for anything but like my friends. Like I don't care about randoms at the bar. But I think the Assholes Live Forever, those shirts, I have a few of them. I think that's something that me and you, I think I commented, like when I first saw you wear some, I'm like, oh, I have some of those, like yeah, I noticed. If anybody's watching, he's wearing a Jurassic Park hoodie.
Well, nobody's watching. Nobody's watching because nobody sees this. But it's a Jurassic Park logo that instead of Jurassic Park, it says "Assholes Live Forever." But that's where this came from, right? That's
two different things. Assholes Live Forever. I like because I am very, as a matter of fact, I come off as an asshole all the time. Like all the time. And I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm just very direct, and and so sometimes like, and I will be like, man, I'm sorry if I sounded like an asshole, you know, like, because it's not lost on me. Like when I'm speaking, I'm like, oh shit, like that's kind of condescending. I'm not trying to be condescending, so like I have a need to be understood a lot, but but no, assholes live forever probably be the one. I have a pizza shirt's like, you want a piece of me, and he's got his hands up like
A
this.
pizza me?
Yeah, but I outside of that, I'm like, no, not really. I mean, Jungle Boy shirts and things like that, but they're not like. I have an ASAP Ferg shirt. It's a stripper shirt with a titty on it. I mean, that one's pretty controversial. I'm gonna wear that to school one day.
Pretty controversial. Well, okay, so there was an Instagram person that I followed and watched, and he happened to make merchandise, right? It started with the Assholes Live Forever merchandise. So I would buy these shirts, and people would see me like, oh yeah, Assholes Live Forever. I love that. But the thing is it wasn't about assholes. The creator was making awareness to colon cancer. So that's where the Live Fast, Eat Ass and the Assholes Live Forever and like the play on all this butt stuff, if you will, is because he has like colon issues and it's colon cancer awareness.
Gotcha.
But for me, where it kind of, yeah. So, but then he started, putting these sayings. So it's Live Fast, Die Young, right? Live Fast, Die Young is the same. The internet turned it into Live Fast, Eat Ass.
Because you will die young.
It's and it's funny because Live Fast, Die Young, right to Assholes Live Forever. They're two very combative things.
Well, no, I mean, eating ass is going to live to dying young. It's just...
For me, it was about the social energy. So I have always enjoyed just like being the one that sticks out. If we're at a music festival wearing something crazy.
Controversial.
Yeah, wearing...
Just say it.
Well, I don't think it's controversial. You eat ass or you don't eat ass. You're an asshole or you're not an asshole.
I mean, it can be definitely controversial if it, like, imagine the God-fearing Christian woman is behind you in the grocery store with her kid, and now she's got to explain to her kid what eating ass is. Like,
okay, I don't wear it in my everyday life. Like, I don't like. I have one of the shirts I have.
As he's wearing a hoodie with it on it.
I'm at home. But one of the shirts I have is a rabbit eating another rabbit's ass, and it says, like, Live Fast, Eat Ass. Or I have a minion and another minion eating his ass, and that's another one that I have. But I don't wear those, like, out to public or out to pick up my kids. I wear them when I'm out in Vegas, at a pool party, or
also
I'm at the Hard Rock.
Destination.
It's not a family. If your kid is out in Vegas, first off, they're seeing half naked girls walk down the strip.
Have you not seen Vegas Vacation? It's a family destination.
No, I've never seen Vegas Vacation.
What is wrong with you, dude? You uncultured swine.
Was that National Lampoons? I'm not as old as you. National Lampoons wasn't as popular. Those movies weren't as popular when I was watching movies.
Next, you're going to tell me you haven't seen Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I've seen Christmas Vacation, but it's not like a classic for me.
Like, you don't watch it every Christmas?
No.
The shitter's full. You don't watch every fucking Christmas.
I don't even think that Christmas Vacation is funny.
Oh my god. That's for another time. That is...
I was 1 when it came out. It's not a movie of my age.
And you act like I'm so much fucking older than you. I was 3 when you were 1, Chris.
Do you have older brother? Do you have an older brother?
I'm the oldest.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you just like old movies then. I don't know.
I do.
I don't think it's a funny movie.
I like funny movies.
Okay, do you want an even more controversial statement here? I don't think that Chevy Chase movies are great.
Oh my. I mean, not all of them. I mean, some of them.
I don't think any of them. I don't. I was too young for Caddyshack.
Dude.
Way beyond my time.
Dude, Caddyshack is so good. And you don't need to be old to enjoy Caddyshack. You don't.
It's just not a part of the movies I watch or the movies I cared to watch. I don't think National Lampoon movies are great.
The other National Lampoon movies are garbage. The only one worth a shit are the vacation ones.
No, Van Wilder is amazing.
Oh my
god. We just have different tastes in movies. But why are we talking about movies here? We're supposed to be talking about the meaning behind the tagline to our podcast here, and now we're talking about movies.
Well, Christmas movies, because you said something about Chevy Chase.
Anyways, the Live Fast, Eat Ass tagline will never change because it's built into my social energy and the conversations. I can't tell you the conversations that I've had from wearing that shirt, let alone from like Callie standing next to me and girls like walking up, oh, would you eat my ass? Like the most out of pocket things that people have said. But one time I had some dude in a bathroom hand me drugs because he's like, your shirt's awesome. And he handed me a bag of fucking Molly just because he liked my shirt. I didn't take it because I'm not going to fucking take that from a rando. But
there's a time you take that. Don't even.
There was a time when I would, but this was probably like 5 years ago. Probably like three years ago. I don't know what I'm saying 5 years ago. Probably 3 years ago.
I've been playing with the I've enjoyed the slogan after we talked. Like it was mostly just because it like my biggest concern with it was if we were talking about something, we're both crying and then here we go. Live fast, eat ass. And and
hey, you gotta live fast, baby,
or whatever. And I'm just like, man, because like if we're like sensitive subject or whatever, and then that's how we close it. Like I was like, well, whatever. And then after you and me talked about it, I was like, okay. And now like I give you suggestions on the ones that on like the episodes I make. So it's like I'm here for it. I'm not asking to change it. It's just one of those things. It's like when I've got people asking me about it, I'm like, I'm gonna bring it up to you. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit. Because like whatever.
What I think ultimately it ties into is just my I don't know if I want to call it I don't want to call it old age, but like my next we'll go with Taylor Swift, my next era. I just try to not take life like I used to take life super seriously, where like everything would agitate me. It had to all be them, but I'm trying to not take life as seriously. And I just think that that's where the assholes live forever attire and the live fast, eat ass shit. Like it just, I don't know. It's out of pocket. It's not conforming to like anything traditional, and I enjoy just the energy and shock value that comes from it, if that makes sense.
Did it give you confidence, or was it something like the phrase like you grew into that, or like did it just it just kind of happen organic?
No, I think it was more about confidence too, right? Having people come up to me and talk to me, whether it's girls, guys, whatever. Like I said, even going back to college, even going back to high school, right? In high school, I won Most Spirited for our senior superlatives, Most Spirited for my class. In college, when I was in the fraternity, like I was always the biggest person. I always wanted to be, the biggest energy in the room to just have that attention on me. And I think that that's where when I'm out at a party, in a party atmosphere, a pool party in Vegas or whatever, and like people are like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt," and like they want to drink with you, they want to hang out with you, like all of a sudden it becomes an attention magnet. And I think that is just something that I seek. And I don't get it as much anymore, especially, being so far removed from college, that when I'm out and I'm in party mode, I just think it's a callback that is very refreshing for me. As vain as that sounds, as egotistical as that sounds, it's the truth.
No, just knowing you and your personality, I don't think you're not vain. You're definitely like to be like you like attention. I don't know if it's because you're the only child, right? Yeah, so it's like maybe because you're the only child, like the attention, like you like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm the opposite. Like I don't want attention. I want to be in the fucking background. Like I don't want any praise. I don't. I'm good.
Yeah. It's fun for me. Just yeah,
Yeah.
the attention.
No, you've been
The
that your whole life
compliments,
though.
the
Like, dude,
women.
like ever since I've known you, you've always been this outgoing, like not like I said, it's not attention seeking. You're not attention. It's not attention seeking behavior. It's just you. Like it's just who you are. Like you're not. If you get it, you great. If you don't, great. You don't give a shit if you get the attention. But it's just who you are. You're just this big personality, and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that embracing the humor of it and the absurdity of it just it puts me more in the space of who I am. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me more of myself. We had Chris on where we talked about my alter ego of C-Rod, that party mode guy, that big energy guy. It brings him back, and it's just, it's a part of me that I love and I definitely miss. When we were out in Orlando on Friday, EDC was just starting, and the whole time I'm sitting here to Cali, I'm like, man, let's just dump the kids off with my parents and like go to EDC. But Kinsley had to be back for a dance thing Saturday morning, or else we probably would have stayed in Orlando and gotten to EDC like on a whim. I miss being in that atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to festival it up. Like Olivia Dean's playing at the Jingle Ball thing up in Boston, and I'm like, I want to see her. Not that bad, like not bad enough to go sit through a bunch of other stuff. I don't know.
Part of me wants to do it again just to say to myself I can still do it, because I'm the same way. Like sometimes when Callie and I go to concerts, I'll be the one who's like sitting down through the openers, waiting for the main show to come on because I don't want to get too tired. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I want to like go on that bender for 2 or 3 days just to see if I could still hang and still do it. I don't know.
The thought alone of a bender just gave me anxiety. Like I am like so far removed from all of that I'm serious. Like I'm not comfortable right now. I've got incredible anxiety at the thought of a bender. Just the thought of just like, because I know, I'm telling you, like if in certain mindsets, I know who I am, so there are certain events that I will be hammered and I'll go buy a fucking 8-ball. Like there are just certain things that will trigger that, and I know myself too well to put myself in those situations.
Well, when Preston was here, we drove. It took us 3 hours to get to Orlando for the game. We get to the game, we get home. It's like 11:30, 12, whatever. We grab some drinks. We play video games until 3 a.m. We wake up at 6 a.m. because Kinsley has to be at a dance. So I drop Kinsley at dance. We go to St. Pete to one of our favorite like bikini bars, and we drink at the bikini bar. Then we drive back to my house, where there's like a bar right outside of my house, a little dive bar where we go and have lunch. So we drink more. And then we went to Busch Gardens. Then we went to Busch Gardens and drank more and rode roller coasters and stuff. And then after that, on the way home, we went to another dive bar that's on the way back, and we had more to drink. And I just remember saying to Preston, like, dude, I'm exhausted. He's like, let's go here. Let's go here. It's my last day of vacation. I'm like, no, I'm tired. Let's go home. We can sit on the couch and drink more there and play video games there. I was like, I just need to be back in my house and my bed. So also part of me doesn't even know if I could last at a festival these days.
No, I know I could, just because but it's the other shit. Like I'll get there, dude. Especially with EDC, the minute the bass drops, I'm buying Molly. Dude, yeah. I'm telling you, I know. Like I'm touching my face. I'm doing. I'm getting into it, and I'm gonna not feel anything for 3 days. I just know. Dude, that's how good these things are. Oh, I know, I'll be right there, and I would probably do those drugs off a stranger at that point. Like that's, dude, I so many questionable things that I'm just like, why am I here? Like, how am I still here? Like that. Okay. That alone, what I've survived should be like, oh yeah, that's your purpose.
That's your purpose. Oh shit. All right. Well, that's good stuff. I wanted to end the episode kind of lightening the mood, and I know one of your favorite things to do is play games. So
Hell
we
yeah,
built
dude.
in a game to end
You
this
did this
episode.
time.
And
Don't put weed. There's no
I
mouse
did.
in your fucking pocket. You did this time.
I
I
built the game for you.
I'm very conscious when I'm doing these now to like, oh shit, another game. I can't do that.
we're not big enough to where we can just do games every episode.
It wasn't. It was just the episodes I was doing, which it's fine. It's all gonna work out because you're thinking about me now too. So I'll get my games every once in a while.
So what I want to play a game of Who Said It, right? And I have been scrounging the internet trying to find absurd quotes, sound clips, whether it's from internet memes, sports athletes, weird celebrities, cartoons, porn stars, whatever.
Oh my god!
And I've been putting all of these things together, and I'll just throw a few out there. Maybe we'll run through like 5 or 6. We'll see what you get. I was gonna have you give some. I was gonna give some to you to do to me as well, but I ran out of time. But anyways,
them.
You don't.
They're not in my notes.
I'm gonna keep them all for myself and throw them your way. Just to kind of see where we go. It's like if I were to say to you, I'm just here so I won't get fined, right? Who's that?
Marshawn Lynch.
If I said to you, you like that? Who's that?
You like that?
Yeah, you like that? Kirk Cousins?
I mean,
you like that?
Sure. Yeah, I mean that could be.
So like I could have made it super easy, but I didn't do something like that.
Playoffs?
So, okay.
Iverson. I get the game. I understand. I picked up what you were putting down.
I even put together a little section that's Kanye West or supervillain.
That's that. Can you say that for the last section? I love Kanye, so some Yee versus a supervillain quote is great.
Okay. I'll run through there. So let me just throw a couple your way. The first one is going to be, let's say, celebrity. Okay, so either Doja Cat or Lady Gaga. I don't need to get a life. I am a life.
So it's either one of those
Doja
two
Cat
people
or Lady Gaga.
That's probably. I would say Lady Gaga.
I would also say Lady Gaga, but it is Doja Cat in a Vogue interview in 2022.
I mean,
I don't need to get a life. I am a life.
I just figured with the little monsters and shit, it would have been Lady Gaga, but Doja Cat makes sense too. I mean,
here's a funny one, considering that it's a porn star. I'm going to assume you know who Mia Khalifa and Lana Rhoades are?
Yes.
Who said, I've lived 9 lives already, and I'm 25?
Fuck. I want to say Mia Khalifa, but I feel like I'm going to just be wrong every single time.
It was Mia Khalifa in a YouTube interview in 2021, but why would a porn star say that? That's
because
that's what I don't get.
Because she was only in porn for like a short amount of time. Like I think both of them were technically, but I would imagine because that's why she's famous. But she's got, I mean, shit. She went to FSU, but like before she was there, so like I don't know. I mean, she's got that. She was a sports commentator. I mean, she's got a bunch of shit.
Yeah, she's like an entrepreneur now or something.
A jewelry maker, I think. I don't know enough about like what she fucking does, but
going
actress.
to celebrities. Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
Yeah.
Okay. So Andrew Tate or Charlie Sheen.
Okay.
I am not mentally ill. I am in control of the situation.
Oh, that's Charlie Sheen all day, dude.
That is Charlie Sheen.
All fucking day. Andrew Tate don't talk like that.
That was from 2011 when he was giving his crazy ass interviews.
That was the Tiger's Blood.
Yeah.
That's burned into my fucking brain, dude. Like that dude was on it.
Okay, here's one from the Heat locker room during, I'm not going to say what year it was because that would give it away, but during a playoff game,
Okay.
one of these players, Jimmy Butler or LeBron James, said, "We ain't come this far to come this far."
Oh God, Jimmy Butler.
Why Jimmy Butler?
Just this is what my gut says. Am I wrong?
Because he's not as. No, you're right. You're right.
No, dude, uneducated. Look, LeBron's uneducated, bro. Like, no, like has nothing to do with that. Like, that sounds like Jimmy Butler. Like, I've heard
ain't
LeBron
come
talk.
this far to come this far.
Yeah, dude, Jimmy don't care. Like, that's why I'm like, it was Jimmy. Jimmy will say whatever the fuck comes to his head. Like, he don't care. Dude, look at his pictures. Look at his fucking.
So sideline mic'd up for NFL Films.
Okay.
I got two white guys here for you: George Kittle or Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Who said, "I'm mic'd up"? Oh hell yeah, brother.
Kittle.
Yeah, it is Kittle. You're good at this.
No, I'm like that's Kittle all fucking day.
That's Kittle's personality.
Yeah, all day.
So here's a funny one. I jump back to porn real quick.
Oh God.
Because this one is just hilarious. Do you know who Ron Jeremy and Johnny Sins are?
Yeah, the doctor.
So, he's a doctor and he's a lawyer.
An
he's
astronaut.
A pizza guy.
He's a pizza guy. A lawyer. The dude's a fucking jack of all trades.
So this quote is hilarious to me because it says, "My job is dealing with people's expectations."
Oh man, I don't know. I want to say Johnny Sins just because I don't know. I've never heard either. I've heard Ron Jeremy talk enough to be like, I don't know if it was I don't think it's Ron Jeremy. I'm going with Johnny Sins. Final answer.
It is Johnny Sins, but it's like, is he talking about people's expectations of like a big wiener? You know, like what is that quote? My job is dealing with people's expectations as a male porn actor.
I think it's just that. I think like he's. Yeah, I don't know if it's dealing like the junk comment because like it's not an like it's kind of given, you know. It's not an expectation. Like that's not getting any smaller, bud. Like you know what I mean. Like that is there. I think it's all the other shit. Like,
but I just feel like when you're at the top of your game in the porn world,
everyone
as
knows
a
you
male,
have a
like
you don't need to. You don't need to deal with.
But
like,
you have to.
Perform?
But you have to perform, right? Yeah. You got to perform every time.
It's not about his manhood. I think it's the act itself, showing out every single time. Because
every single time
he's got to show.
Yeah,
out.
That's a lot of pressure, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean,
it's a little easier for the women porn stars, you know.
Oh, I would imagine it's a lot easier. They don't have to stay hard the whole time like that. I'm sure there's aspects of porn for women that are difficult too, but the guy's the one that's doing like the heavy lifting. Let's say it's like if his boner goes down, the porno's dead. So like he comes early, porno's done. You know, like
he comes early. Oh my god! All right, that was funny. That was fun. Kanye is supervillain. Kanye or supervillain.
All right.
I am not a fan of books. I would never want a book's autograph.
It's Kanye.
It is Kanye.
It's Kanye.
There is no man who challenges me. None who equals who I am.
Fucked up. They all sound like Kanye. I'm gonna go with Kanye, but I'm prepared for it not to be.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, I was. Okay, how about this? If I'm wrong, if it is a villain and I'm wrong, let me guess the villain, or let me I want to guess who it might be.
Oh my god, yo!
Just
guess
once.
the villain. That's
I'm not
crazy.
I just want one shot because
Yeah,
you
one
won't
shot, one
believe that I would
opportunity.
have said that. I would have going to say Victor Von Doom. I swear to God, but
Okay.
that's fine.
Crime cannot be tolerated. Criminals thrive on the indulgence of society's understanding.
I mean, that sounds like a supervillain. Like I
Is
don't.
that your
think...
answer?
Yeah, that's my answer. Supervillain.
That's a supervillain. Do you want to give a guess at who? I can tell you. I'll tell you. It's DC.
I was gonna say Joker, but or Lex Luthor. Those were my two.
It is the Batman universe.
Penguin?
Ra's al Ghul.
I was gonna get there eventually, but yeah, no, that's fine. one or two. I don't want to spend all day guessing. Like that's not the goal.
Yeah.
The fact that I guessed Batman first, I'll take that. I'm pretty proud of that.
I am so influential and so relevant that I will change things.
It's Kanye.
Kanye.
Yeah.
I am Warhol. I am the #1 most impactful person of our generation.
That's also Kanye.
It is also Kanye. I should probably mix it up.
It's just a conceitedness.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Ooh. It's not who I. What is it again?
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
A supervillain.
It's a fake out. It's Batman. It's Batman.
That's fine. My guess would have been someone who wears a mask. So.
All right, two more. I feel like I'm too busy writing history to read it.
Kanye.
The only sensible way to live in this world is without rules.
That's the only one that I'm like, that could be Kanye or a supervillain. I'm gonna go Kanye as well.
Supervillain.
Okay. DC or Marvel?
DC. Live action movie.
One more time. Quote one more time.
The only sensible way to live in this world is without rules.
Lex Luthor.
The Joker, Dark Knight.
Makes sense. Good one.
That was fun.
That was fun. I like that. That was fun.
I had a whole bunch more with boy bands
time.
and cult leaders.
Cult leader, boy bands and cult leaders would have been fucking good too. What the fuck?
I have WWE promo or Shakespeare monologue. I'm telling you, I went down a whole rabbit hole.
You did. You were really prepared. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll run it back. I like the Backstreet Boys or cult leader. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, dude. The key with the Kanye ones is you can't do the conceited ones. Because it's like, that's Kanye. Like anything
that's
Kanye. I was like, oh, because supervillains don't talk like that. You know what I mean? Like supervillains aren't like, they're not narcissists. I mean, they can be, but for the most part, they're not talking.
It's not about themselves,
right?
They're talking about like ruling the world,
yeah,
or changing the world for a different view. No, I get it.
No, I'm like, no. So once I picked that up, I was like, yeah, no, this is it's Kanye. But like I said, the last one was the only one that I'm like, man, this could be either one because it's not conceited and it's, you know what I mean? And it's, of course, it's a fucking Joker. You know, yeah, okay, makes sense.
Well, my takeaway from this episode was very easy. This episode was very fun. I don't think every episode has to be deep and dark and dig too deep into mental health. So it's always
no,
fun
but as long
to
as
have
we're
these,
touching it,
flighted ones.
Yeah.
I think like the wrap up of the whole episode is not to underestimate how much like a small hobby can bring you back to life, can take you out of that boredom to burnout. If you can be unserious about life, lean into it, and life is already hard enough, heavy enough. You don't have to have the answer today, but I think finding that outlet to bring you back to yourself or to reset you is kind of my takeaway from this episode. How about yourself?
Yeah, no, the hobby things get you back to zero, right? Grounding. Like they're for me they're vital. The reading, all that is super important to maintaining your best self. So I used to think doing that was selfish. I used to think that I'm selfish if I need to go spend an hour at the gym, and then I'm like, I've changed that narrative in my head to where it's selfish if I don't do this, because now I'm not being the best version of myself for my family. Like, I wish I did this years ago. Like, I wouldn't, I was very snappy. And I still can be snappy, but I'm not as quick to it as I was. Definitely, I'm sure anger issues and stuff, but yeah, no, the getting grounded back to hobbies, whatever it may be, it's just getting yourself to where you need to be. And it's work, so it's hard, and you're not gonna be perfect all the time. You're not gonna be on all the time, but 1%, right? 1% better every day. So, and try to be as consistent as possible. So then you don't have those, depression episodes or, a week or two you needing to feeling that way, and then you got to reset and all that. It's being true to yourself.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Well, that wraps up this episode. I think we have a lot to look forward to close out the year. I know that you and I have been planning. We're looking forward to 2026 and bringing in, some new content to the show itself. But what we also have coming up on deck is a lot of episodes between us, because it is the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Instead of piling guests in, we're going to get back to our roots for the last half of the year. But we do have a guest coming next episode, which I'm excited for, as well as in 5 more episodes. It will be episode 26, halfway to a year.
It's a two-parter
of doing the podcast. It's what's a two-parter?
It's also my birthday.
Oh, I was like, wait, we're not doing a 2-part episode. It's your birthday episode. I think it's great that we both have a birthday episode.
Yeah.
But yours is going to be awesome because it's halfway to a year, 6 months of the You Good podcast, the Bro You Good, where we'll do a recap of just some of our favorite guests, the best episodes. We'll do a little looky back. Maybe it'll be the first time we throw a clip out there. Who knows? But I'm excited for it. How about you?
Oh, I'm the last half of this year. I'm super excited for. Aside from the podcast, but just in general, I think it's gonna be a good way to end the year. And then like with the podcast, I'm super excited. I don't mind the guests, but these always, I like the one-on-one, man. It's always been something like my favorite part of doing this is just the one-on-one. It seems to like we just yes, sometimes we go down a path that we weren't intending and stuff like that, and you rein us back in. But I not that it's easier, but it's a conversation, a two-way conversation. Those are always easier than a 3 or a 4, and yeah, I like these.
Agreed.
And I'm thankful that this is the last half of the years. We'll be doing more of this. So.
Well, we'll be thankful on an episode of Thanksgiving that you'll be thankful to plan. So
yeah, am I thankful for planning that?
Give me your last words before we sign off.
No, I enjoyed the episode. I liked the game. I enjoyed hanging out with your family. I say it all the time, but I do have to come to Tampa and just hang out with you guys for a weekend and just enjoy, get away. I know that I'm like, well, I don't know how I'm, if I'm in the right mental, but like every time I'm around your family, I'm in the right mental. So like, I got to make sure I get out there, and I don't want to be that stranger that's on the computer. I want them to, and I'm like, I've been to your house, but if that's the only way your kids know me or is the guy from the computer, I'm like, I got to do better. So
no, Tegan remembered you when we told her, but yeah, no, whether it's right mental, wrong mental, my guest bedroom is always welcome.
Oh yeah, I know. I trust me, that never lost. I know.
Well, if any part of today's episode hit home, please share it with a friend. Tag us at CrodsPod on Instagram. Help us keep this conversation going. We drop new episodes every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. We are live on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. If you have a story, a topic, or you just need to vent, please email us at crodspod@gmail.com. That's CRODSPOD@gmail.com. We do want to hear from you. We want to we want to put together another users feedback episode. We are here to talk to or talk for you. Our safe space is your outlet. So until next time, live fast, eat ass, or just let your weird era be your healing era.